What is going on, Basshead family? Thank you for checking in to another review. Over here, we have my first Adire sub. This is the KH501 series subwoofer. And we have a carbon fiber dust cap, which I think is pretty cool. So we know it's going to be a good video. Let's get into it. How's it going, YouTube? Thank you for checking in to another video. Excited to get into another sub review for y'all. Now, real quick, I was at the Mayhem audio show here this past weekend. And it was great to get to meet a few of you there and get to demo a couple of vehicles. Wasn't a huge show, but still was really, really neat. Either now or at the end of the video, I'll show a few clips from that, just so you can kind of see what we were working with. But let's get into the review. Let's get a quick look up at this thing, guys. Looks pretty neat. Let's go ahead and jump into some specs on this guy. Now, the regular MSRP on this guy is, I believe, $249, but Paul over at G2 Dynamics said he would lower the price on this thing to $179. So if you want to get it at that reduced price for all my viewers, just click on the link in the description below. That is an affiliate link, so should you purchase a sub through that link, it does really help out the channel, which is awesome. It allows me to order all this stuff that I do for y'all. So yeah, check out that link if you want to get this at the reduced price. But let's take a look at the specs here real quick. This is a 2.5-inch copper coil, non-press paper cone, and does have a real carbon fiber dust cap, which is really, really neat. I have this American base over here, which I thought had a real carbon fiber dust cap from the pictures, but then I got it and realized it just has a cheap plastic dust cap. So very cool to see an actual real one here. Progressive spider with heavy-duty lead wires. We'll show all that in a second. We have a Y35 ferrite magnet, 500 watts RMS, and you can get this in a dual 2 ohm or a dual 4 ohm. He has some other specs, but let's go ahead down to here to see what y'all really want to see. DFS is 34.8. Sensitivity is 84.69 dB. The X-Max is 50 millimeters in one direction. And of course, RMS 500. Here are some other just cutout specs and whatnot. Enough for the specs. Let's get a little look up at this guy. We of course have this really, really neat carbon fiber dust cap. Really just kind of sets this sub apart. We do have a nice mid-roll surround over here. It is not sewn onto here, but there does seem to be plenty of glue. Then our cone is not the stiffest cone out there, but again, that's okay. This is not some crazy SBL sub or anything like that. This does look like a stamped steel basket, but we do have a really nice coating and texture on there. And then here are our leads. We have single tinsel leads that are sewn into the spider there, and the connections over here do look to be pretty nice. Looking into there, we can see our 2.5-inch copper coil. We, of course, obviously have some venting. We have a nice triple stack motor with a pretty good sized top and bottom plate on her. And then we do have some center venting right there. So overall, a very just simple and clean looking sub. That is really what there is to see, guys. Let's get her in the car. We're gonna, of course, play some music like always, just so you can kind of hear how it sounds and see how it moves. Then we'll do our dB test and our musical RMS test, just to see if it is up to par. Let's get to it. Now, I have had the Dead Game Huracan V2 in here, which is just a beast of a sub. Absolutely monstrous. Has been a great sub. Again, I've had it in here since I made that video. That was about 2 weeks ago, and it has given me absolutely no problems, and I have been playing it pretty hard. So, very, very pleased with it, but let's get it out of here. One thing to note, this does have these smaller terminals on it, so if you're putting big wire in here, it does not fit all that well. Of course, for a 500 watt RMS sub, you don't need wire anywhere near this big. You'd be completely fine with some standard like 14 gauge or something, but that is just something I did want to make sure y'all were aware of. time for the musical RMS test. Now this thing is rated at 500 watts RMS, and I think we're gonna make it through that no problem, but I guess let's see what happens. For this test, we're gonna be just playing a normal full-length song, keeping it as close to that 500 watts as we can, and just see how the sub does. We have Off D's by JID. Let's get to it. Always a good thing to make it through the full song. Don't really smell anything, so that's good. And there's some warmth on the dust cap. Not a whole lot, but there definitely is a little bit of warmth there. It is nice and cool right around the cone though, so it's just right at the tippy top of the dust cap. Next up, let's do the dB test and see how loud we can get this thing. Now, this box likes to peak at 43 hertz, so that's what we'll be doing the test at. Let's start it out at low power and see what happens. Super low power. And starting out with a 135.2. 348 watts. And a 137.6. That brought it to its max right there. But that was 1700 watts. And not bad at all, got a 141.3. Now, the reason we are maxing out at such a low power is this box is 2.5 cubic feet. It's actually a pretty big box. This sub only calls for a 1.75 cubic foot box. So when you have that much airspace inside a box, it just allows the sub to mechanically max out a whole lot easier. But still, even on pretty low power, we still got into the 140s, which out of a single 12, in a cabin that is this huge, that is really not bad at all. Well guys, let me know what you think. That of course is the Adire Audio KH501. Not a bad little sub for sure. I really like the motor on it. Got a nice size motor, and I think that that carbon fiber dust cap just really gives it that extra cool factor, and overall sounded really, really nice. Definitely liked my box, even though it was a little big for it. This box is tuned to 32 hertz, and the sub did sound really good playing some of those rebased lower songs. So overall, the quality of the sub seemed to be pretty good, just overall build quality and sound quality, and it got down pretty nicely. Definitely bumped. Well, again guys, let me know what you think. Again, if you do want to get this sub, there is a link in the description below, which of course is an affiliate link that helps out my channel should you purchase it through that link. Bassheads, stay tuned for more videos. We just gave away the 2 Black Brick BB2s, so super happy about that. But we have some more stuff coming in here soon to review for y'all. Have another Dead Game sub to review for y'all here soon. And I've actually ordered a few things as well. And then I also might blow up some more subs coming here too soon. Y'all seem to love the video of me blowing up the 2 cheapest scars and then throwing them off my workshop. So we may do something like that again here really soon. That's gonna do it for this video. Keep bassing on.